So what's happened over time is that my lashes stopped growing. So I actually have bald spots. So if I take my lashes off, I look like, I always tell Brooke,
like a puppy.
I look like,
which I'm like, I love puppies.
When a puppies, but you know, like when they were first born. Yeah, but I'm like an old lady puppy.
Between the Reps with Brooke and Jeanna Chancharulo is a CastBox original, produced alongside Studio 71.
CastBox is the fastest growing and highest rated podcast app on both iOS and Android, where you can find all your favorite podcasts.
You can listen to Between the Reps wherever you get your podcasts, but we hope you'll give CastBox a shot. We think it's the best. What's up, guys? Here we are again, back at the podcast studio. And, what time is it? Okay, it's 10:39. We're 39 minutes late. It's all right.
Sorry, Mark.
Good thing Mark's such a easygoing
Patient guy.
Okay, so I did want to just give you guys a little bit of a funny story. It's not really that funny, but I find it really funny. We're at an Airbnb. So this trip, we're staying at an Airbnb in Studio City. It's pirate themed. Have we told them this yet?
I don't know. Probably.
I'm telling you right now. It's pirate themed.
Like really pirate themed.
It's really pirate themed. Me and Jeanna were driving and I was looking for a place to stay and this pirate themed place came up and I'm like, huh. So I'm looking at the photos. Doesn't look too bad. Very pirate themed. And of course, she was reading my mind and she was thinking the exact same thing. We have to stay there. Yeah. So we got it. We have this toilet in the bathroom that has, the way you flush it is it has a...
It has like a rod that you pull up on the tank.
It reminds me of those whistles. Okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. You pull this rod up and it flushes and then it goes back down.
Got stuck.
Well, sometimes it gets stuck and then the toilet runs. Well, I woke up this morning I got to bed about 7:30, went to go pee, and I realized like, oh, the toilet's running. And I reached down, can't quite see. My eyes are still super foggy. And it's kind of halfway up, so I push it down. Not a problem. I get back in bed. I'm checking my phone. And I've got this text message from the gentleman that, I don't know if he owns the house, but he was renting it to us
in the
for
front
Airbnb.
house, yeah.
And it's him. I should just read it. He heard the toilet running and wanted us to obviously fix it because it's, the toilet's running. It's expensive.
He's just paying for all the water.
Water's really expensive. This is what he says. Good morning, Brooke. Let me know when you get up. I can hear that toilet stuck running. Water happened. Okay, sorry. His punctuation's a little funky. He could hear the toilet running, and the bills can be really crazy. So he was just wanting to, come up if he needed to fix it, basically. And then he proceeds to let us know that the reason that he could hear the toilet running was not because he was spying on us.
Not because he was creepy.
It was just because it was really early in the morning. I got this at like 5:30 in the morning. It was really early and it was very quiet. I woke up just laughing like, well, I mean, we are in a weird pirate house.
It was, yeah. We checked for cameras too. There was a lot of weird trinkets. Someone commented, I put it on my story or something. Some guy was like, "There's
skull.
Probably a camera in there," and I was like, "Oh, it could be. Holy crap!" So we were like we're super skilled in finding bugs and cameras or something. I don't know. Yeah, all that background in spying. Anyway,
that could really freak you out.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about today.
Yeah,
though.
that could really freak you out thinking about that. But moving on to bigger, smaller and better things.
Yeah. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about eyelashes.
Everyone's like, what?
What? Duh.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Eyelashes, we're going to give you lots of, this first half of the show, we're going to give you a lot of the basic information, facts, fun facts, elaborate on that a little bit, and then we're going to get into our experiences with eyelashes. You're thinking, Brooke, well, I mean, we all have eyelashes. Some of us don't. I do, but some of us don't. And also, in beauty, it's very popular to do eyelash extensions, to be doing false eyelashes. I mean, even me from like a young age, I danced. So they always put false lashes on us when I was little.
Right, because they show up better on stage.
Yeah. Makes your eyes better.
Beautiful long lashes.
So today we're talking about that. And Jeanna, why don't you just open it up with some of them facts about eyelashes?
Go over the fun facts. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Hey.
What?
I don't want people to think that you're dying.
Oh, I'm not dying, guys. I'm just phlegmy.
Yeah, get it together.
Such a wonderful, beautiful word. Okay, 8 random facts about your eyelashes. They protect your eyes. They fall out daily. Lashes grow in 3 periods.
Oh. What are the periods? Do you have that later?
Oh, I don't have that on here.
All right.
There's a big difference between your upper and lower lashes. Well, I think we can see that. They vary in length. The longest eyelash on record was 2.75 inches long.
What?
Natural.
Was it an animal?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, Riggs.
I don't know. It doesn't say on
my
here.
dog has some
He-
long
Riggs
lashes,
does,
man.
Okay, this is the one that's going to blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Tiny mites live in your eyelashes.
I've known this, and since the day that I found that out years ago, I've worked to forget it.
Mites. Okay, I want to elaborate on the mites. You want to hear about this a little bit?
Please.
There's a little mite that lives in your lashes. I can't say the name. We can never pronounce anything on
Let me try and pronounce it.
It's a Demodex folliculorum.
That seems about right.
And it lives right at the root of your eyelashes.
Oh, it's harder to get to, even if you wanted to try and clean them out.
It's disgusting. It says this: these little buggers bury themselves beside the hair shaft into the follicle. But don't worry, they typically don't do any harm, as long as you don't have too many of them.
Okay, elaborate on that. Oh. It's making me really itchy.
I know. I'm like itching my head. It says once they pile up in numbers, they can increase the likelihood of your eyelashes falling out. Yet another good reason to make sure you remove your eye makeup every night. Even better to know that you need to wash your damn eyes.
So you're basically telling me that because there are definitely times, okay, more now because I have been doing glue on, like my own, like the temporary,
Right.
Because I haven't been able to get my extensions done for a while. And when I have them, or even when I have my extensions, I really stay away from rubbing my eyes, from wiping my eyes.
Right.
If I get in the shower and they get wet, it's fine. But I really I don't really wear any makeup close to my eyelashes.
Yeah, I've got tons of them living in mine.
Maybe Maybe that's why your eyes are dry all the time.
They've just been living in there. They're stealing all of my my hydration of my eye. Yeah, that could be it. Well, that's got me thinking. Anyway, another fun fact: eyelashes last longer than the hair on your head. The average life cycle for an eyelash can be up to 200 days, but the hairs on your head, 135 days. Or if you're you or I, that's way less.
Yeah.
We don't like to grow hair.
This right here says the average person loses up to 20% of their natural lashes every 2 weeks, and new hair growth is constant. I'm waiting for the new hair growth.
Mine
everywhere.
doesn't grow.
On my eyes and on my head.
I know, seriously.
We definitely need to figure out your situation. Why don't you go ahead and give them your situation, Jeanna?
Okay, so, first of all, I used to do lash extensions.
Okay.
So,
well, the first time you got it, what happened?
so the first time I ever got them, they usually cost around $200, right? You go in, you lay down. It takes a while. It costs about $200. Did I just say that? Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought I said 2 hours.
Oh.
So it takes about 2 hours. Anyway, so they basically glue a lash, and they can come in like synthetic, mink. There's another one, silk. And they glue a lash, this fake lash, onto each of your individual lashes. And anyway, it takes a while, but you get done. They're gorgeous. I did it for a while. Like, you do a fill like every 3 weeks.
Yes,
it's like around $50, $75.
But tell them what happened the first time you did it, and you just continued to let that happen every time you got it done.
Because that came over time. At first, it didn't.
It didn't bother you?
No.
I thought you were always allergic to the glue from the beginning.
No. So what happened is after like the first few times, I started to like notice that my eyes were super puffy after. And like it was getting worse and worse each time I would do it. And I was like, man.
Those mites were really in there.
No, and I was like, oh man, my eyes are so swollen. But then it would like go down after a couple days. Well, I basically became allergic to the glue over time. And it got to the point where my eyes would almost be swollen shut. I looked like like almost swollen shut
Tell
for
me I'm
like
pretty.
3 days, but I was willing to do it to have those damn lashes. And so finally, some friends had an intervention. They were like, Jeanna, that's just not worth it.
Like, just tell me I'm pretty.
Like, my lashes look amazing, but your under eye just looks like crap. So I had to stop using them. But also, I didn't really do my research to like find out like where to get them done. And you have to have like you should really have a really good reputable technician doing it, because when I would get them filled, sometimes it would pull. I could feel it, pulling, because what they do is as the lashes start to fall out, you go in and you get more put on.
Yeah.
And so as that was happening, I could feel it pulling every time. And so, and
when
then
they would be putting new ones on.
yeah, like when they were fixing them and stuff, and if there was some that were like coming off. So I think they were just like butchering my eyelashes.
Okay, well, so I got mine done. I got them done for the first time years ago when I was when I was in college. And a girlfriend of mine, she started doing lashes, and you definitely have to find someone who is very meticulous, and they love like the time. They don't care how long it takes. They love little things like that, right? So she was like that, and she would spend. It took a long time, but it was really, really good. Well, I moved to California, Santa Cruz, and I hadn't had them in a long time. I just never had them, and I decided I saw someone who had them, and I was like, oh,
I want
those are pretty. I want to be pretty. So then I was searching for someone to do them, and trying to also find someone within my budget. And I found this girl who I had seen her work, and they were beautiful. So I made an appointment, and I went to her house. She did it out of her house. And I remember she didn't, usually they'll use these little pads. They tape your bottom lashes down and to get them out of the way. She didn't do anything like that.
Oh, weird.
And I remember when I left, they looked really great. They were super full. But it was really cheap. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, it was really cheap. But what had happened is it's almost like she was allowing multiple lashes were getting glued together.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very important when someone does it that as they're doing them, they're constantly separating them.
Right.
Because my girl who I go see now and I've seen for years, her name's Brooke Butler. She's in Santa Cruz. She's amazing. She will move, obviously, back and forth from eye to eye, allowing lashes to dry, and then she goes back and separates them.
Oh, okay.
So it is not a painful process at all.
Yeah.
And the glue takes a while to dry, so you're not supposed to get them wet, after for so long. But when I got them done by this girl, they were kind of they felt a little bit weird. It felt like some of them may have been put too close to my eyelid. And same thing. I was like, oh, but I look so pretty. I'm gonna deal with it, And then I finally found someone else, and they went and took them off for me, and put new ones on. And I kept filling them. I've done it for years and years and years. Oh wow, that was a little over dramatic.
Years and years and years and years and
for
years.
a few years. I've been seeing the same woman for almost 3 years, and
no problems.
No problems. And every time I go to see her too, I always ask her just let me know. If you think there's a point when it's we should take a break but she's really good about never putting lashes on new lashes. If they're too young, right?
Oh, okay.
Putting new lashes on there because the natural lash life, we have lashes falling out. That's why sometimes I'll go get my lashes done and then they'll fall out really fast.
Right away?
They'll get really thick, really thinned out super fast. And I'm they didn't really.
Isn't it sad when you see that happen? It's on the scene because you're getting ready and you're like, no.
Yeah. And I mentioned to her because I didn't understand that. I never really asked the question. And she just explained, sometimes those lashes they're at the end of their life and they're about to just jump ship. So it worked. It's worked for me. I recently don't have any on, because I've just been traveling so much. And so I've gone back to putting on a strip and individuals just to help with
looking like you're awake.
Yeah.
I know, because that's the problem is you get them and then when they come, when you don't have them anymore, you're like, I have no lashes. And really you do, but that's kind of what happened to me. But I definitely had less lashes, but I was so obsessed with having lashes that I would put fake lashes on all the time and I wear them all the time. And so what's happened is the glue, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. Maybe I just don't have any eyelash hair. But
Well,
the
maybe you have alopecia, but it's only
for
right
my eyes.
here.
Yeah.
I actually have a friend who has alopecia.
Yeah.
So
Well-
for her, she deals more with like extension hair.
Right.
And doing, which we will talk about extensions.
Yeah. At some
another
point.
one.
At some point.
We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the glue-ons because what you've gone through or you're going through, I didn't even realize that, and so that's exactly why I said I'm gonna go back to my old plan.
don't do
So
it.
I was doing my extensions and then I took them; they're not on, and thought I'd give my lashes a break, and
you're actually doing
no,
the
I'm gonna go
opposite,
back.
I think.
So quick break, and we'll be right back. This episode of Between the Reps is brought to you by Scentbird. Scentbird is a luxury perfume subscription service. Gina, do you ever walk by someone in the street and think, damn, that girl smells amazing?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, she's probably using Scentbird. Scentbird. Scentbird is a luxury perfume subscription service that has over 450 different scents.
That's a lot.
A lot. And expensive ones. Sing it, Gina.
Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada.
I don't know the rest of it.
I don't know it either, but that's basically what you're getting when you go to Scentbird. Also, it keeps you smelling good month after month,
And you don't have to be stuck with like one scent.
which is good for you because you have commitment issues.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't want to just be stuck with one.
No. So we really like it because you get to try all kinds of different scents. You get to try very expensive scents. I'm not the type of person that can afford to go and buy a bottle of your Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. So when I can do our monthly subscription and try all of that, I feel super bougie. And sometimes it's fun to feel
You
fancy.
smell bougie.
I smell bougie. I feel fancy.
Yeah.
What is it?
Champagne taste on a beer budget.
That's right. Champagne taste on a beer budget. That is Scentbird.
Choose a perfume and they'll send you a 30-day supply. That's 120 sprays, so you always smell amazing.
Oh, damn.
And free shipping all the time. And you skip the department store and pushy salespeople. We don't like those people.
No, and shopping online is becoming far more popular for most people these days. That's why I always use Scentbird.com. With this exclusive offer, you'll get 50% off your first month today. So that's only $7.50 for your first month.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
Inexpensive, I should say.
It's cheap, but even when you pay full price the next month, that's only $15.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah. That's SCENT bird.com/reps and use my code REPS for 50% off your first month.
That's SCENTbird.com/reps, REPS.
Yeah, so go and use our code and get 50% off your first month.
Smell good.
This episode of Between the Reps is brought to you by Care Of. Care Of is a monthly subscription vitamin service that delivers completely personalized vitamin and supplement packs right to your door. Tell you what, these monthly subscription things are getting extremely popular.
Very convenient.
I wonder what they're going to come up with next.
Your vitamins get delivered right to your door in personalized, easy-to-remember daily packs, perfect for a busy, on-the-go lifestyle. Care Of puts honesty first, providing all the research that supports each of their recommendations backed by a scientific advisory board. And your monthly subscription box can be easily modified at any time.
And just for my vegan and vegetarian listeners out there, they do have supplement options available to match your dietary needs as well. So, very cool. Something I did want to talk about is when you go to the Care Of website, they actually put you through a quiz. And the quiz is obviously...
How sick are you?
Right now?
No, I just said that a quiz.
I'm like,
Are
well,
you
maybe
sick?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quiz asks you a ton of questions, and it helps you really figure out what you may be lacking. And I know when I took the quiz before I got my subscription, I had an idea of what I should probably be taking, like a couple of things. But they really have done their research, obviously, and have so many really good questions on there that actually made me realize there are some things I didn't know that I wasn't getting, or that I should, or that there was even a supplement for.
Right.
To help with. So they have a really great quiz. It gets you going, figures out all the things that you need, and then at the very end of it, it kind of puts together your monthly subscription, and you can make adjustments from there. It was a lot more fun than I expected it to be.
So for 25% off your first month of personalized Care Of vitamins, visit takecareof.com and enter the promo code REPS. Again, that's takecareof, TAKECAREOF.com and enter the promo code REPS.
In case you didn't listen to Jeanna the first time, for 25% off your first month of personalized Care of vitamins, visit takecareof.com and enter the promo code REPS at checkout. This episode of Between the Reps is sponsored by PowerDot. PowerDot is a muscle stim device that connects to a mobile app via Bluetooth so that you can take it with you anywhere you go. I've had a good amount of experience with e-stim, like muscle stim machines, and this one by far has been the most convenient, which is why I've enjoyed it the most. I travel a lot, and it's hard for me to remember those big devices. They have tons of cords. It's not easy to travel with or to pack into your bag, and the PowerDot is super simple, really easy. It's small, and I can put it in my carry-on, and it's made my recovery a little bit better, and I suck at recovery.
Where's the strangest place that you've used this thing?
Just on an airplane.
PowerDot is like a massage, only better. It reduces soreness, knots, strains, and pulls from workouts or stresses brought on my everyday life.
PowerDot helps prevent injury by activating muscles before you work out, train, or compete. It comes with sequences, I guess you could say. So you can do it for like pre-workout, you can do it after you work out, and you can do it on a rest day. So like it's saying, you can almost use it as a workout for your muscles. So if you're just doing like an active recovery day or a rest day, you can still get your muscles to like pump blood and move without needing to go to the gym, which is really, really nice.
PowerDot is giving our listeners a chance to win a PowerDot unit. Go to powerdot.com/reps. That's powerdot.com/reps for more info on how to enter and use code REPS, REPS, at checkout to get 20% off your order. That's powerdot.com/reps for your chance to win. And remember to enter our code REPS to get 20% off your order.
That's powerdot/reps. And don't forget to enter REPS, REPS, at checkout for 20% off your order.
And welcome back. We were talking about our lashes, and now we're moving into the glued lashes, the temporaries, which is what I use, which is because after, like I said before, when I lost all my lashes, or when I had to take the
when your
lash
friends were like,
extensions off,
Jeanna, you just can't do this anymore.
After I had the intervention, I just was like, oh, I'll just keep gluing them on, and so what's happened over time is that my lashes stopped growing, so I actually have bald spots. So if I take my lashes off, I look like, I always tell Brooke,
like a puppy.
I look like,
which I'm like, I love puppies.
When a puppy's, but like when they were first born, yeah, but I'm like an old lady puppy. So it's not like a cute like little puppy like where their eyes are like swollen shut. It's like like they look like they're swollen shut, but then they have like a bunch of wrinkles on top of it. So yeah, it's like oh gosh, I'm not gonna say it.
What?
I was gonna say it's like testicle skin.
You have testicle eyes? You have balls for eyes. Can you imagine if balls could just open their, if like on a man, if the balls were eyes? Which then makes me think of the eye on the book in Hocus Pocus. Right?
Oh my God. Oh, I don't know why I just thought of that. Anyway.
Makes sense. Soft.
Yeah. So at some
Soft
point,
skin.
I'm going to just have to, do it and just take them off. And I don't know, use, they have serums. They have lash enhancement serums that you can also get. So I might just have to do that and, wait for them to grow back. But until then, I don't just keep sticking these suckers on. I was telling Mars one time that, how they always go like, oh, if you're stuck on a desert island, like,
yes.
What would you take?
What's the one thing you would need? You can't live without.
Yeah, we were talking like butt wipes or something, and I was like, I think I would like get to a point where I was like looking for things around the island.
Yeah, like what could you use?
Like what could I use for lashes? Like I would concoct some kind of glue. Like I was thinking like like the other day I saw Daddy Longlegs in the bathroom, and I was like, I could use that for lashes.
Yeah.
I have long, beautiful legs.
Look at those.
We could one and stick it on my eyes.
We could farm Daddy Longlegs and fashion false lashes together.
For sure. I feel like, I don't know, there's probably some activist that's like, Daddy Longlegs deserve to live too.
There's probably an absurd amount of them.
Anyway, yes. So
So I basically have been, in my mind, I think about shit all the time, okay? And this, I just thought, oh, well, it's probably way better for me to not have the extensions on my eyes and just do false lash, like do the glue ones. Yeah, give them a break.
Right.
So I've been doing that, and then I mentioned it to Jeanna, and she was like, "No, don't you ever do that." And she told me, you said, "No, you should go back.
Yeah.
Don't do this. This is way worse." And now it makes sense. I mean,
And it's
when I
really
take them off, there is that glue that's stuck in my lashes, and it makes me think this too. It's very easy for me, to just like, oh, I pull them off, and it's like, oh, and you grab the glue and you like pull it off, and it's like all you're doing is pulling your eyelashes out.
right.
And those mites are just digging deeper and deeper and deeper. So
Burrowing.
I am going to make an appointment today
Oh, good.
to go get them done.
Yeah. And then also, I can't do as much with my lashes as you can with like lash extensions.
Yep.
You can like if I sweat too much, or we went on that bike ride the other day and I had them just blowing off. Like
We went on
I
a
took my
tour.
glasses off
We
and
went on
there'd
a
be a whole
bike tour.
chunk missing, and I just look nuts. So I've had them fall off before because I'll do the individuals sometimes, and they'll like stick to my cheek or something, and I don't know it. It looks like I have a whisker growing out of my face. So
Whiskers another time.
I would much rather do the other ones if I could.
I guess
I have
on
to
that
grow
note,
them out first.
the extensions are fairly durable. I mean, if you think about eyelashes in general, we lose so many of them all the time. So the more you're like in the wind or swimming and you're in water, the more you're rubbing your eyes, the more, they're obviously they don't have super deep roots per se, so you add the little bit of a weight with eyelash extensions attached on, and I imagine it's going to put a little bit more stress on there, which I have not found to be a big problem, especially because I used to be a serious eye rubber. Like when I was young, like in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like every time I get in the shower, I get like allergies, and I just need to like rub the shit out of my eyes. So I stopped doing that. I stopped rubbing my eyes.
Right.
And hasn't been a really big problem. If you have someone who's going to kind of get your eyelashes stuck together, that's really going to put a lot of stress. So even if you're like, oh, well, maybe all those lashes that are stuck together, or the people that don't do individual lashes, they do like the 3-prong. They have the lashes that have multiple, and you put those on. That's just way more weight, way more stress, and that's, I mean, they may
stressed out eyes.
You got really stressed out eyes.
I know.
They need to take a mental day. Your lashes need to turn their phone off. Take a nap.
Take a break.
I've got some what's it called? Oh my gosh, facts and myths. Facts and myths for you about eyelashes.
Eyelashes or extensions?
Extensions.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Myth. Having lash extensions applied could hurt or feel uncomfortable. Truth. The process of having lash extensions applied does not hurt and should never be discomfortable. It should never be discomfortable.
That should have been my first
Yep.
clue.
Jeanna just wanted beautiful lashes so bad that she ignored it. Myth 2. Eyelash extensions could damage my natural lashes. Truth. When you combine premium products and trained lash stylists with proper application techniques, then your natural lashes should never be damaged. Which would explain how I've been able to do them for so long. Which would also explain why at a certain point, Jeanna didn't have any left.
We stopped talking about it. It's making me really sad.
I'm actually in the process of searching for, there's got to be a place that is going to create something that can make your, Lettice.
No, I think I just have to go on a vacation because it says it takes like 6 weeks for lashes to grow back. I just need to take like a 6-week vacation, hide somewhere, let them grow back, to the
and then
point
come
where I
back.
can put the extensions back on.
Well, and I think this, Jeanna, because you do the individual, you apply the individual so much. Individuals from like Walgreens or whatever, they have multiple lashes on. You just put it on with glue. I think that if you do strips and then take them off every day, and then put on like Latisse or other types of eyelash growing serum. Athea Skincare is a company that I work with, and we just
they're
launched.
coming out with one, right?
We just launched an eyelash growing serum, and I put it on my lashes and my eyebrows.
I'll be the guinea pig. I mean, they already have guinea pigs. It's already out, but
yeah, we use your befores and afters.
Perfect.
But yeah, do something like that, and then also you'd get to wash your eyes every night and get rid of those mites.
Okay. All right.
Here we go. One more. My natural lashes will be shorter when I decide to have my extensions removed. Truth. When eyelash extensions are applied by a trained lash stylist, your natural lashes are allowed to grow as usual. Women without lash extensions usually apply and remove mascara every day. The application and slight pulling of lashes when applying mascara, followed by the cleaning and rubbing of your eyes to remove the mascara, can greatly damage your lashes. With a proper lash extension application, there will be no damage and your lashes should grow better than they would if you were applying. Okay, well, I actually don't totally agree with that. So, and I'll tell you, this is from thelashlounge.com. So
right. They're probably selling.
I probably should check. I should probably fact check these facts. But I will say personal experience, because right now I don't have any extensions on. Every time I've gone to get them done, she's told me, she's like, she told me my lashes were like horsehair. And I'm like, wow, I wish that my own hair could grow like horsehair. Like how strong they were, like and really thick.
Okay.
I have very blonde eyelashes and eyebrows, so I tint my eyebrows and I don't tint my lashes because I usually get extensions put on. But I've looked at them up close and it could just be that I'm in the process of they're in a growth cycle that's not super long. But it does seem like there's, I see more often of them not being the same length. And a lot of
variation in length.
And I haven't really been wearing a lot of mascara. However, since I haven't had lashes, I have gone to town with the rubbing. So maybe that was the problem. It feels
You're like,
good.
finally
It's,
I can
it's satisfying.
It is satisfying.
Man. And when you have allergies,
when I finally
so bad.
when I take them off in between, man, I just rub away.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make sure I take my makeup off every day.
That's the takeaway.
And
wash those mice off.
I have this weird desire to take an eyelash and put it under a microscope.
No.
Kinda.
No, don't do that.
I kind of do.
No, I know you would. Not me. I don't want to know.
What do you think?
Because I have all of them living in my eyes.
When you looked up,
I don't need to put that in my head.
When you looked up this fact, did it give you a picture?
No, but my brother-in-law one time sent me something, and I wasn't sure that it was true, but it had a picture of it, and it was absolutely disgusting.
That's gross.
And anyway.
All right, guys,
if you want.
We're gonna move into the question segment. Some questions. This one is from I like his name. I'm _silent lover.
Oh. Ooh.
What is
self-professed?
Yes. What is the best way to get abs without going to the gym? Abs are built in the kitchen.
They are.
That would be your best way.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to go to the gym for abs. That's the point.
Yeah. And then
eat well.
Maybe constantly squeeze your core.
Just everywhere.
Yeah. Like if you I don't know.
That sounds like you're pooping.
Maybe you have to poop a lot. I mean, it's the same sort of push, right?
Hey, okay. So just act like you're pooping all the time. You'll have abs, and we should come out with like a gimmicky, it's
learning how to
30
squeeze
days,
like you're gonna shit, but don't ever let the pressure get too low.
And in 30 days, you too will have a six pack.
7-minute abs.
Oh yeah.
7 little chipmunks sitting on a branch. Eating a lot of corn nuts on my father's ranch.
Oh, I said mother's. Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember it either. Yeah, so in the kitchen for sure. And then your diet has to balance you out. And your diet's going to depend on a lot of things. Depend on your goal, for one, your age, your activity level, and then you go in deeper to
genetics,
any food restrictions and religious, if there's religious food type stuff, all of that's going to play a big role. But typically I would say you gotta cut out carbohydrates and fat. And then the amount of carbs and fat you eat is really going to be depending on all those things. What's your activity level? What are you fueling yourself for?
Right. Where could somebody find that out, though? I mean, that would be like counting their macros.
Yeah. You know, I work with a company called Working Against Gravity, and they usually, it's a, you could probably go to their website and get a lot of basic information. You could probably get a lot of basic information just by Googling, you know, macronutrients, you know, and a starting point or things like that. But if you really feel like you have no idea what you're doing, I think it can be very valuable to work with a coach. And that doesn't mean if it's a good coach, the goal isn't to have you working with them for the rest of your life. It's to work with them for a while until you learn. They give you the tools and they help you meet some goals. And then usually the goal would be for you to understand your body, your basic nutrition information, which everyone should understand basic nutrition information, and be able to feel like you can, you know, drive your own car.
World.
Yeah, take care of yourself. It's very empowering to feel like you know what to do for yourself, you know? I'll ask Jeanna this one. Jacob_DeLong, what lift do you dread doing the most, if any? He said, if any, but I feel like you should definitely pick at least one. Which one you don't like to do?
Well, I've dealt with back injuries, so I hate back squatting. But it's necessary.
It is necessary.
So I do it.
And why do you deal with back injuries all the time?
Because my core isn't strong. Are you putting me on?
I'm teaching her. This is a teaching moment.
My core isn't the strongest. We're working on that.
It's not. So if you're like, you too are like, oh my gosh, my back hurts all the time too. You need to practice looking like front to back and then above or below. So like Jeanna is getting better at lifting and training without all of the bells and whistles. Like you can't, if you have someone who is getting hurt all the time and you notice, like for her, I was noticing, like I was finding imperfections in some of her movement that to me, and like, I pride myself on being actually really good at finding, like, just observing movement in general, but seeing clearly where the issue was, but people that were around her weren't seeing it. That's why it's really important to work with new coaches or have someone else look at you. But for her, she was wearing a belt all the time, you know, and a belt is very important. It's great. It's protection. But if you don't get your own core to build your own sort of belt and you learn how to brace yourself when you're lifting, you're going to hurt yourself all the time. So for her, we're going to start working on adding a lot of exercises to strengthen her hip flexors. Her hip flexors are really weak and her core is really weak. So
I do low bar now, which is way better because I've learned how to engage my core while doing it.
Yes. So we're fixing that.
Yeah.
We'll end on this question. Carla_adventures. How many business ideas are you currently working on? It's a two-part question. So business ideas, 1 million. I'm an idea machine. I have so many ideas. How many am I currently working on? Well, I've got skincare. That's an idea that came to fruition. Launching protein and supplements with paleo ethics. So that was something that I always wanted to do, that through them, they also wanted me to do it. So it's not necessarily my own thing. However, my ideas have played a big role in what that's going to look like. My apparel company, the Naked Training Program, and what we are going to be changing it to. We are making some big changes that are going to take a while to come to fruition. But those of you that are following the Naked Training Program, you'll start to see some little changes. And we're going to obviously, do some Facebook Lives and give you lots of information of why we're doing these things.
So what ideas do you have maybe that haven't happened yet?
Okay, I'll give you one idea. I love fitness events. Thinking about like Woodstock, right? Like this music festival, these big music festivals. I really have this idea that I want to be able to create some sort of like maybe a weekend or a couple of days it would be at a resort, probably somewhere amazing, where you would come and stay and everything about the environment would just be very focused on health and fitness. But it's not going to be in your face, these different businesses like in vendor village. There's not gonna be a vendor village, but everything, like all the details at the place will be very health focused. The menus, things that are in your room, we'll have different discussions from amazing people, entrepreneurs, all kinds of, motivational stuff.
Retreat weekend.
Retreat. I want to have a fitness retreat where, there's music. It doesn't feel like you're going to the CrossFit Games. It doesn't feel like you're going to a CrossFit competition, which I also think are very fun. Like Wadapalooza is amazing. It's in Miami. But I want it to be more of a fitness retreat where it's not super focused on one type of fitness. I think it'd be great to have, big, huge yoga sessions. Like I've seen pictures of people that are in parks and they have like thousands of people there and you're all following the people up on the stage. However, for me, because I love weightlifting and things like that, you couldn't really do that.
It's like a sea of people clean and jerking. There'd be
a lot of injuries.
Terrible.
But yes, I would love to create a big fitness retreat where I can bring in people from a lot of different industries that all have a common mindset of just being healthier and happier and fitter. And that is going to play in fitness, and it's also going to play, in just like a positive mindsets and business and, all these things. I think it'd be really, really amazing and also really fun.
Yeah, it would be. Sign me up.
Yeah, you coming?
Okay, yeah.
You're coming. You're working.
You're putting me to work.
But yeah, that's something that I do want to do. That's probably a long ways away. First and foremost, I'm probably I've been asked to come to some little types of events like that people are already putting on. So I'm going to start maybe saying yes to some of those opportunities. Cool. One, not only to just be involved and get to spend time with people, but two, get to learn about the process and what it takes to start putting something like that together. Yeah. So when I do put it together,
it's probably a lot of work.
Yeah. When I do put it together, it's amazing. Oh, and then the second half, does this mean no more CrossFit? No.
Come on.
It is so funny how many people, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not that many people, but I love CrossFit. I will do it forever. Yeah. It's not going away. People notice like, oh, you didn't go to the CrossFit Games this year. Like, why? Are you done? And it's like, well, no, I just am injured. And I can't control how fast I recover. And also, I love to do a lot of things. And I want to be a boss ass bitch who opens companies and changes people's lives and, does amazing things. And all of that, everything takes so much time. And I'm all about creating a legacy too, and a legacy that's going to live on way longer than my athletic career.
Right.
And that's what I'm working on. And if me getting back to the CrossFit Games happens to be a part of that, that's cool too.
Yeah.
But I plan on staying fit, being healthy, maybe doing some competitions, maybe doing the open. This season of the CrossFit Games is kind of super weird, and I don't have any answers for you about that. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But no, I definitely plan on continuing to do CrossFit. Fitness is the cornerstone of my business and my life. But I'm also going to try other stuff like cycling, my new hobby. And now, Soul Cycle. Kind of cool. Group fitness is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which happens to be on the next podcast. So thank you guys for listening to Between the Reps with Brooke and Jeanna. We, again, really enjoy doing this.
It's been fun.
I just love listening to myself talk. In reality, I just can't shut up ever. And this gives me the perfect platform to just constantly talk about stuff.
Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys, and we will talk to you next week. I was going to say see you next week. See ya.